Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on top right side as the blue Spanish with Lucas Aurelius. Spawn on south side as the red Swedes. We have PtPlatinum. Or PtPlatinum. Perhaps. I don't know. Either way, do got a torp going on up. Not big surprise. When it comes to natives on the map, there are none. So, just the native fauna, such as the native beaver population or muskrats. Those looks clearly like beavers to me, not muskrats. Honestly, and more muskrats there. And of course got the local doggo. He just needs a head pat. You don't have to shoot him. Don't work for the ATF. Speaking of doggo, we do have Dorado the doggo and his father, the master, Domingo de Concardo. And for the Swedish player, we got Adolf Nordenskjold. I wonder if that's actually randomly generated. The name Adolf has definitely became taboo over the years, for obvious reasons, so that may not be a randomly generated name, but could be. Either way, we do have a deck selected. Wait, Spanish Revolt. How revolting. We do got villagers, town militia, capitalism, settlers, wood coin, rodeados, hand cavalry hit points, frontier defense, road decree to claim the new world, wood rodeados, hussars, more hussars, cavalry combat, lancers, more lancers, falconets, advanced frontier defenses, upgrades outposts and blockhouses, frontier status, and those will ship 3 of them. Culverins, heavy cannon, and factory. So this is a revolt deck. Will he try to rush out a revolt in Imperial? Or not Imperial, in Industrial? The Swedish player does have deck name 1v1. We got blueberries, settlers, wood coin, not settlers, hussars, hand combat hit points, or hand hit points, team house Bertonet, Juliet Sigibert, I'm not familiar with this one. Oh, that's just a leather cannon artillery foundry. I just don't recognize the name for it. Eisenberg Ironworks, Dominions, Infinite Whittlebach allies, 7 mountain troopers, Infinite Blackberries, Platoon Fire, light gun cartridges, Falconets, Case Shot, Snaplock, Royal Mint, Refrigeration, Contract Hessian Jaegers, and also names can be hired from military buildings. Factory, German mercenary contract, bronze Sedit reforms, leather cannons, heavy cannons, falconets take up to 1 less population slot. Not bad. Heavy light cannon, or not light cannon. Leather cannon looks like appear to have 3 population. That puts them on 2. That's not bad. Receive a lifeguard. Here's how that will play out, assuming this one does actually research it. We do now have the naturalist being researched, and over here we got the governor. Market going up. We've only got 2 torps in the field. He could try sniping some of the moose here to have them auto collected by the torps. I'm half tempted to say meese because that makes it sound funny. In actuality, we do got a caribou carcass there, and actually multiple caribou carcasses are on the ground, which does have a bit of extra spoilage there. And looks like there's also a dead moose as well, so he has been killing them, but you can only get 1 of the huntables at a time. And looks like maybe both of them are trying to seize this caribou deer. This may be out of range. I really don't know the radius of the torps. Either way, do got another torp. And the Spanish player is going for hunting doggos, more villagers. Does have 2 shipments available. As looks like both capitalism and settlers deployed on the field. Probably a good idea to go for more settlers. He could probably maybe eye for some frontier defenses. I think he's going to go aggressively defensive. That makes any sort of sense. Swedish player does not go for blueberries just yet. Blueberries, the more I've been looking at it, the more I've been changing my mind when it comes to blueberries. Blueberries, it says blueberries have increased food, but also, and blueberries are gathered much more faster, but blueberries does not combo with blackberries. And so you can get quite a... Oh, 1 cow. Did the age up get him a cow? Oh, cow's down. You monster. I let him fatten up a little bit. Whoa, look at the livestock adds a large amount of food, doesn't it? That cow will be seized pretty quickly, and it looks like it does get stacked separately from the caribou. So keep that in mind. Livestock gets seized up by torps pretty quickly. I did not know that. And again, most people don't necessarily go for livestock whatsoever. Now, some Carolyn not being blown on the field. The Spanish should try countering the Carolyn with some crossbows, in my opinion. He does get the free outpost from the age up. He could perhaps go for another pair of outposts as well. Instrument available, going for the coin. He has quite a bit of coin stored up. He's going straight for fast industrial at the current rate. And look at that here. He has no coin shipment, but a food shipment. Yeah, he has this mapped out where he gathers up coin to age up, and then he ages up using a food crate, I'm guessing. Additionally, he does not have the Spanish gold shipment as well, which is usually pretty much a staple for for the Spanish decks. It's a pretty good card, honestly. But he has his fast industrial mapped out, I believe. Let's see, it's just labeled Revolt, not necessarily like a Revolt Rush. We do not have a couple torps being blown out there. The Carolines will be sitting aiding the Explorer and claim the Doggo's wood. That's just filled with their stick collection. You monster. Tin mines also do not last very long, so this map is actually not too particularly good for torps, at least from coin collection, since tin mines do have a smaller stockpile. And I don't see silver nor gold on the map. Looks like Reg is going to be claiming some treasures. Age 3, the Scout, which means he'll get a fast-moving, talking Boston guy with a shotgun. And he uses a holy mackerel as a melee weapon. We do not get the Eisenberg Ironworks there, which will improve the coin collection from the torps, which will make that these coin mines will not last very long. He may, if he's going to send any of those to go out mining, he may want to eye for somewhat more into the map. Oh, looks like blue. He does have Buck, the tame wolf, to assist Dorado. Maybe get some crossbreed, some wolf dogs. And does have a sizable number of Carolines on the field, as well as a handful of crossbows. He could be aggressive with that, which would be very effective. He's not going for the advanced frontier defenses. So it looks like the Spanish player is going to dig in a little bit because he knows he's a little bit vulnerable right now. He's not claiming any wood to age up, or not age up, to defend himself, but he's very close to going to industrial. Once he gets, yeah, he can go for industrial now. Once he gets that going, then he collects some wood to get some housing space. Or maybe collect the resources to revolt. He does have a handful of hussars. That's probably from a shipment. Wait, did he get for the ×4 shot? No stable field, so he went for the 4 hussar shipment rather than the 5 hussar shipment? That seems weird to me. He does spot this torp there. Torching the torps may be a good idea. Going for a shipment of wood. He may be using that for the revolt. Yep, I do believe he has his deck laid out to a T for a fast industrial revolt. I'm not sure if the cavalry march will get out. I'm guessing around hussars or maybe lancers. There's blueberries now deployed on the field, which will give quite a bit of food collection here. Carolines do have bones against heavy cav at range rather than melee. It does take out Hussar there, so cavalry or heavy cav will be not as effective. The lancers will be generally good if managed to get close the gap. More Carolines not being deployed on the field. The Swede is still H2. He's not getting close to H3. Once his opponents are age up, he realized he should attack because he knows his opponent will have a very negligible army, but got a good number of outposts here. 3 or 4 frontier outposts is quite good. Don't know if this force can overcome that. And the Spanish player does have access to town militia maybe in the future. and he has aged up. He did get a number of lances afield. He has a decent defense force. If his opponent does attack, he may want to let him push into the base in order to... He had the outpost. And now here comes the villagers. He's revolting to the Chileans. Which I guess it turns all these guys are revolutionaries. Or something at least. Yep, they're now revolutionaries. And here's the Chilean deck. It does give him access to a bunch of ship stuff, which is all worthless. Advanced trading posts could be useful. Going for a shipment of 16 revolutionaries, which is quite significant. Fish stuff not important. All infantry and cavalry move and train faster. That's the Mexican card. Salteria. Trading posts generate half a coin per second. Enables citizens, the Dutch gold base settler at town centers. Fishing fleet worthless. Of course, got 4 Gatling guns, revolutionaries, Machuta Bolus riders, which are, I think, a native unit since they take no population, and infinite forts. He's using the sheer power of the revolutionaries. He's starting to charge number 4. Has a good number of revolutionaries here. The Chilean player does have 66 population. This one has 90, 30 of which are villagers, so their army size are quite similar. Revolutionaries are basically unupgraded. The musketeers got another round of Carolyn squad on field. They do have increased attack speed at the moment as well. The Lancers and Hussars gain some good damage. These are Hussars of death as well, so there are super Hussars. Good number of revolutionaries still here. Carolyn sort of get whittled down. He's bringing in a good number of Carolins. There's a round of revolutionaries. They have those 16 revolutionaries per shipment. That's a pretty good number. Bringing another more round of revolutionaries. Only if he had some sort of proxy barracks or proxy outposts or faster shipment time. Revolutionaries do have 20 siege damage, so same siege damage as these Carolins. The Carolins are still H2. The Swedish player is still H2, so the revolutionaries and the Carolins are relatively equal. Revolutionaries do have higher damage, while the Carolins have higher DPS with a faster attack speed. So maybe it's relatively equal. Both have melee resist, 200 health versus dead health, pretty much. Carolins do have less health and lower range resist, or melee resist, but the melee resist is not really important. Crossbows are a good idea at the moment. He's now bringing some Gatling guns. He does have town center to worry about. And does take out whatever wagon that was. That must be the artillery foundry. Now we got the leather cannon firing away. Does times 3 damage versus infantry, so it does 120 damage per shot. Revolutionaries have more than 120 health. More leather cannon not being employed on the field. Leather cannon will be good. They cost food and wood. Wood is the resource that trains or collects the slowest. More revolutionaries being brought in. Now we've got a round of hussars, which are not a good idea versus revolutionaries. They're a musketeer variant. But that's all he can get. The Württemberg allies will give him some mounted troopers, which are a skirmisher. He needs to go for these guys. Cancel Hussars, collect his, wait for the coin to be brought in for the Württemberg allies, and go for a round of leather cannons. Since these guys do not cost up a coin. You know he's locked away in his town center with only 10 out of his 32 villagers, so he has still a decent amount of villagers clicking up as well as corpse. His opponent only has a gold triple from capitalism. More Carolins over here. There's the Hussars. I don't believe Hussars are a good idea, like I mentioned. Oh, but he will actually potentially intercept the Hussars. He needs to keep these Gatling guns alive. Hussars have to focus on these Gatling guns. These are powerful weapons, which he needs to take out. He does take out both. He does only take out one Gatling gun. They do only 25% less damage versus structures, which is still pretty good siege damage. The town center does do less damage versus artillery, but 45 damage per shot still not bad. But of course, these guys do have good range resist. Leather cannons counter barraging. Leather cannons don't do bonus damage to artillery, but they don't do less damage. And all the leather cannons do, or Gatling guns, one of them still remains. Gatling guns do siege damage, not range damage, so they will do full damage versus leather cannons. Carolyn's now engaging melee. They have 20 DPS, or 20 damage per strike is better than revolutionaries, so boarding them into melee is not bad in between shots. Looks like those revolutionaries do go down. More revolutionaries being put on the field. I don't know what he should go for. He's just going full revolutionary. The Polish Rider are a native unit. I don't know if they're light or heavy. If they're light cavalry, they could be decent versus the Carolines.
See.
He could probably may want to eye for another trade post. His explorer is down right here. He still has to rely on shipments. Maybe he should have eyed getting a bit more wood to get more trade posts. Revolutionaries trying to hit the leather cannon. He has to focus on these leather cannons. Does hit the leather cannon there, but the Carolines are coming out in good numbers. I think the Swedish player will help. The Spanish player did not get enough on the field. And these torpedoes have actually not a whole lot of coin left, but and looks like the Spanish player does back the game now. It's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.